Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy J Millie, and we're about to head up a video. This will be my first tutorial with Liu Kang. This video will be for typically intermediate to advanced Liu Kang players. Or maybe you're on the cups of being advanced or intermediate. You understand how to do fireball cancels, which is all you really need to be good with Liu Kang. But first off, we're gonna change this energy meter to infinite. Put the AI to stance block. And this video is really for staggers. I wanted to make this video because when I first started playing Liu Kang, I didn't understand his pressure or his stagger moves. Pretty much how to keep the pressure going and the opponent guessing on what's gonna happen next. I mean, this is good stuff to know, but if you're playing another advanced player, they know how to get out of pressure. But if you're playing someone that's not really good at the game, you're just hopping online playing a random, you're pretty much be untouchable because they're not gonna know what to do. Because if you're ever played against a Liu Kang that's good with pressure, it feels almost impossible to get out of it. So firstly, we're gonna go over his pretty much bread and butter pressure string, which is this. That string there, the entire sequence, is completely safe on block and it's uninterruptible. I'm pretty sure. I've never seen anyone interrupt that string. I will say you can interrupt forward 4 into fireball cancel. If you're playing a Liu mirror, or even, you don't even have to be a mirror. If you see any Liu Kang do this, that's interruptible. For me, if I'm playing a Liu mirror, I just do forward 1. That'll interrupt their forward 4 cancel. That'll be interrupted, but they can't interrupt this. You can't interrupt that. Alright, so let's get into the staggers. Typically, once it's my turn, I'll hit forward 2-1-3 because I know it's uninterruptible and I could start my pressure. And here, I'm gonna cancel into 2-1 or 4-2-1. And then typically I'll do, if they're standing up, I'll do this as a mid. Even if they're standing or ducking, this will hit right here. Good to show you guys the frames. If you guys aren't into frames are pretty important. So this is what I'm doing here. Forward 2. It's -4 on block. It's safe. So if you're playing a really good player and they're poking on every move, I mean, you could literally just do this as a stagger. That's a stagger in itself, right? Trying to bait a different move or bait some kind of movement, whether they're gonna duck low or high. If I do this and they block low, I could go into this overhead, hit them back, get them standing up again. I mean, all this is staggers. This, that, right? But the good sequence I typically use is this right here. This, may do it like a couple times, then into this, and that stagger right there. That whole sequence there is pretty safe if they're not really knowing what they're doing. So, and it's pretty simple. The staggers are literally just a few buttons. It's nothing crazy. It's literally just to get a movement out of them. Alright, so let's say I have him ducking, right? You see a lot of people duck online. Like I said, I mean, look at this. This is really hard to react to. Like, see, I'm pressing triangle, but it's not coming out fast. So, you have to know the timing. Like right there, like it didn't come out. You have to wait for the reset. See, it didn't come out there, but there you go. So that is pretty much just to get a reaction out of the player. If I can get them standing back up again, I could go into forward 4, right? And then that's a full combo. So that's what staggers are for. But I'm gonna have him stand back up. Here's another one that's really good. Actually, so this one here is good. It's -4, but a lot of people don't react once like your pressure starts, like this, right? No, they're not reacting. So this is good, and I go right into this right here. Sometimes I'll do it one time, sometimes I'll do it twice. But after this move is not safe at all. Like, you will get blown up for doing that. Let me see what the frame is on that. That's -3. That's supposed to be safe. I always get lit up for doing that. So I just like to do it into this. But EX that bike kick right here. This becomes neutral, or 0 frames on each, so we could both push buttons. I get the block or continue doing pressure. Again, a lot of people don't react when all this is going on. I mean, you're seeing this, right? They don't know what to do. So I mean, if you look at the frames, which are really important, guys. Once you do this move right here, it's -8, but once you EX it R2, it becomes 0 frames, which means you can both react. So once I go here, I do standing 1, just like that. Standing 1, strong fist is +2. So once I do this move here, I'm +2 frames. So my next move, if you guys know anything about frames, the startup, if I'm +2, let's say, what's my go-to? Where is it? Here. This will be my next one. So this move right here, pouncing tigers, typically start with 8 frames, but once I do standing 1 after my sequence, I am +2 frames now. So that startup then becomes 6. It's a 6-frame startup, and that's literally the fastest frame you can get in the game. There's nothing faster than 6 frames. So that's why Liu Kang's pressure is so great. So you can go here, here, neutral, +2, right? As soon as you connect this, you're plus, and you can go right back into your pressure. So the good thing about this is, let me turn off the infinite meter. Let me put a regular meter, right? By the time you're done doing that entire sequence, your stamina will be back, and you could go right back into your pressure again. Typically, if they're matching, they might get out the pressure, they armor, you know, stuff like that happens. But literally, if they just sit there and respect you, you're literally untouchable. You can just chip them out. And then again, with the staggers, you can elicit a movement from them. If you can get them standing up, you could do, you know, a full combo. I mean, that's what staggers are for. Just get them standing up so you can hit a combo. This is also another good thing you want to do with Liu Kang. You're talking about, I guess, manipulation of movement. I like to do this. I do my stagger, walk back forward. That walk back will get them to stand up. I mean, either this will get them stand up. I mean, you do this twice, and like, all right, back up, right back into it. You know, things like that. Yeah, so here's the sequence. Oh, jeez. Here. See? Again, boom. Again, yeah, I spent bars for that, but Liu Kang builds up so much meter. There's no reason to hold on to your meter. He builds so much meter by doing that pressure the pressure and the staggers and all that. So here it is again, regular meter. Here's like the pressure and the stagger setup. All right. Oh man, I messed up. Yep, that's all that. I mean, I took it from mid-screen all the way to the corner with with my pressure. Here, walk back and go into this. Boom. Right. So literally all you're trying to do when it's your turn putting on pressure is try to get the person to move. Typically with Liu Kang, you know, his main combo starter is forward 4, which is why if someone, you know what they're doing, they know they're playing Liu Kang, they're gonna be blocking low the entire time, which is when like cancel grabs come into play. Back twos, the overhead, it'll stop them from blocking low. 2-2 is also an overhead. So if your opponent is blocking low all the time, you can condition them with, you know, these buttons here, right, to get them to stand up. So then you could, you know, pull this off. Or in the corner, everyone always blocks low when they're in the corner, right? So again, if you can condition them to stand up, I mean, you get big damage with Liu Kang in the corner. but everybody knows that, which is why they stay blocking low all the time against Liu Kang in the corner. Yep. Alright guys, well I think that's all I got for you. Just practice those staggers, man. And here it is again one more time. 4, 2, 1, 3. And you're gonna do 4, 2, which is this. You do it multiple times, especially if they're not if they're respecting you. Obviously this is -4, they could poke you, whatever. If they are if you try this and they are poking you, you're gonna know, you know, this, boom, you're gonna block. I mean, it's safe to block, but you can keep going. All right, do that, walk back a little bit, start that. But if you're looking for a continuous pressure and, you know, building meter, you want to do this string right here. That is completely safe. They cannot do anything about that, and that's a great string for building meter. Let me show you what the meter build looks like. All right. Wow, it resets. That's stupid. Normal. There we go. All right, here we go. Look at that meter. And that's safe, right? You build half a bar meter. And if they respect you, if they don't react, me just go into it again. Then you have you just built a full bar meter already without using anything. But that's like his best string right here for pressure. Safe. You can go into this. This back two is only -2. And -2 frames, you're talking like milliseconds. So if they're not ready to start their startup or their poke, you could easily do this. You poke back out of that. So you can go here, do this right here. That'll check them if they're not reacting fast enough. All right, so. Damn it. Alright guys, I'm a little rusty. I literally just got on randomly to do this. I'm pretty cold, but hopefully this video helped out a little bit. Alright guys, let me know if you want like any other tutorial videos. I'll see what I can do. Peace out.